Hello learners, we know that reading is a basic skill. Are they still confused after learning a new language? Do they still have problems asking questions or visualizing what's written when you want them to learn about something? Do they feel like giving up reading? This is for learners who want to develop their reading comprehension skills, as well as for the language teachers who are looking for ways to get their students to read and understand what's written. Help them learn the basic reading skills. You can share stories in the classroom to build curiosity and imagination and thinking skills among your students. Learners can discuss with their fellow learners about what they are reading. Through sharing ideas and explanations, they can get a clear picture. Teachers can tell students to recognize new words by underlining them and looking for the word meaning before reading the entire text. Illustration and listening to tapes to understand a lot. This can help them learn word sounds, that is, how they're pronounced, and the spelling of. Encourage them to read aloud. Sometimes reading aloud helps because the words go into their ears and then into their brain. Encourage your students to ask questions if they don't understand something. If they don't ask questions, you ask them questions to check for their understanding. Tell them to go to the library to do research work if you want them to know more about the text. For example, if the story is about the fall of the kingdom, you may want them to find out about the leadership style or lifestyle of that king that caused the kingdom to fall. Have them look for clues by having them answer certain questions like, what is it that we're talking about? If there are characters, what do the people? What's the facial expression? If it's a place, how are the articles set up in a room? Help them make inferences. That means they're going to use clues from the context to figure out the meanings of the unknown words or situations. For example, he'll travel to Canada and then to Japan. Here, we can guess that he's going to pack his bags, arrange for visa, and get on board. Students should be able to identify and recognize pronouns, and they should use clues to identify personalities, motivations, and beliefs of the characters. For example, CK wants her own picture on the magazine cover. Here, we can guess that CK is a woman who wants to get famous or recognized. They should be able to get clues and information about the setting or venue. They are to understand the relationships between characters. For example, he's the chef to learn how to cook. Here, we can guess that he's a student and probably in the kitchen with someone to teach him. Is the author favoring one person and not the other? Why? Students have to figure out the bias that the author has given. At the end of the story, they should be able to reach a conclusion. Help them reach conclusion by making comments about the character and how they act, the pronouns in the text and what they mean. For example, they didn't want to go. What do they mean? The setting, that means, where is the place and why are they here? What happened to the characters and why? How did the characters act and why? Why did the characters act the way they did? They should also make comments on the meaning of the words that they have learned. It's important to get the inner concept of something. It helps them gain knowledge. It removes confusion. It helps the teacher to teach easily. It helps to raise and ask more questions. It helps to visualize and improve thinking skills. It helps increase word power and improve language skills. It also helps the student understand instructions. Thanks for listening. I hope it helps.